y'all, it's Ann from What's Up Family Home, and welcome to another What's for Dinner. Seems like I haven't had one of these in a long time, but I am making some crispy chicken cutlets. And I've just got some flour here with some salt, pepper, and onion powder. And I've also got the same thing in the panko and in the egg mixture. So I'm just going to dip my thin piece of chicken in the flour and then in the egg. And then I'm going to dip it into the panko and get it nice and coated. And then I'm just going to fry it in some avocado oil. Got my avocado oil in here, and they're just going to cook for maybe 3 or 4 minutes on each side. They're really thin, so they won't need a lot of time. And if you want fried chicken and you don't have time to cook a whole chicken, this is the perfect thing to make. Tastes just like fried chicken without all the work. Okay, I've got my chicken on the rack so it'll stay nice and crispy. And I also made some macaroni and cheese, some instant mashed potatoes, and some creamed corn. It was just a quick and easy weeknight meal, but this was one of the best chicken dishes I've ever had. I love fried chicken anyway, and then you make this little cutlet that takes no time, and then you mix up some honey mustard and pour over the top. I mean, I need to make that again soon. It was delicious. I'm telling you, you need to make this as soon as possible. It was that good. All right, y'all, today I am going to barbecue some chicken thighs. I am really. And I am making my own barbecue sauce. It's really easy, and this recipe is really easy. Yeah. It's just ketchup, honey, molasses, vinegar. Is that what I said? Ketchup, molasses, honey, vinegar. And I'm just going to mix this together, and it said to make it smooth, or wait till it gets smooth. I'm going to turn my burner on. And now I'm going to add my spices. It's just onion powder, garlic powder. I put a little cayenne, I think, powder in there. It smells really good and smoky. I've got some paprika. Yeah, everything. And I'm going to just add this to the pot. And I'm just going to cook it for about 15 minutes. I'm hoping that chipotle stuff is not too hot. I put just a tiny bit in there. And it calls for liquid smoke, but I'm not a big fan of liquid smoke, so I'm just going to let this simmer on the stove. And I'm going to make this ahead of time, and I think I will put my chicken thighs or cook them and go ahead and cook them, and then all I got to do is just put everything together when I get home and put it in the oven. Y'all, this stuff is so good. Definitely writing this down because I will make this from now on. You could put this over a shoe, and I'm sure it would be delicious. This is good. I added just a little bit more of the molasses, but this is perfect. So y'all have got to try this, and I will have the recipe link below. This chicken has been in the refrigerator overnight, and I sprinkled it with that barbecue seasoning and left it on there overnight. And I also added some to the barbecue sauce. I'm just going to brown the chicken. I'm not going to cook it. And then I'm going to put it in here, put a little barbecue sauce on it, and let it sit until I get ready. I'll probably have Doug do it when he gets home so he can put it in the oven, and it'll be ready for me when I get home. So I'm just going to brown this mostly on the skin, but then I'm going to turn it over and get a little bit brown on that side. I'm just going to pour a little bit of barbecue sauce on it and let it sit in the refrigerator till Doug gets home, and then he can put it in the oven, and then I'll pour off most of the juice and finish it off with the barbecue sauce. So I'm going to put the lid on, and I'm going to put it in the refrigerator and let it sit and get all those flavors melted together. I'm going to mix up some potato salad. So I've got here some celery and some onion. And I'm also going to add some mayonnaise, some canned relish, and some yellow mustard. And this is what the chicken looks like. I've just put a little bit of sauce in there, but you see all that liquid in there? That's why I didn't pour all the barbecue sauce on there. I wanted to wait until it cooked down. Okay, I just put some relish, mayonnaise, and mustard in with the onion and the celery. And I'm just going to mix my potatoes in here. I just let them drain, and I'm just going to mix them together and put in the refrigerator and let it cool off for a little bit. I've got my home canned, homegrown beans, green beans, and I'm going to put some chicken base and some bacon in here. I had a horrible, horrible accident. I'll show you in a minute. You'll see. But I got the chicken base in there, and I've got my bacon that was frozen. I've got that in here, and all of a sudden when I put my onion powder in there, it's just horrible to see. You'll see it just a second. I put my onion powder in there, and look, half the bottle came out in there. I tried to rinse it out and drain it and put more water in there. They were still good, but they still had a lot of onion powder left in there. But they were still delicious, but I will know next time. But the chicken, I took the chicken out, and you'll see all that grease and juice in there, so I'm going to drain that out. I put my chicken back in there, and I'm adding some more barbecue sauce to it. I've got some left. I can't wait to try it with something else. And now I'm just going to coat the chicken, and I'll put it back in the oven and let it cook without the top on for a little bit. So here we go. You can still see the onion powder in there, but they were still really good. And my potato salad with my paprika on the top and that chicken. This meal was amazing. I know I say that about all of them, but I love barbecue chicken, and that barbecue sauce was just over the top good. I hope you'll try it, and I will have the recipe for that barbecue sauce linked below. All right, y'all, tonight we are going to have a good old-fashioned pinto meal. This is pintos that I canned. I'm going to open those up. I've got some pickled beets here. And I made this chow chow. I canned it, and it's like got carrots and stuff in it. I don't know if I like it, so I'm going to try this to eat that with the beans. I'm not sure about it. And I'm making this cornbread. It says Mexican style cornbread. All you add is milk and egg. And I added a can of Mexican corn. So I've got it sitting here, and I'm going to put it in muffin cups and make it that way. And I'm going to fry some potatoes, but I like to cook mine almost all the way. That way you can drain them really well and fry them, and it doesn't take very long at all. We are hungry. We're ready to eat. So I've got those cooking. So I've got my oven preheated. I'm going to get ready to put my cornbread in. We're going to eat good tonight. All right, I've got my liner sprayed, and I got the cornmeal mix in there. And then I've got my potatoes over here. They're already cooked. They're just warming up and getting a little bit dry. I've got my beans over here. And then over here I've got my cabbage. I'm making some cooked cabbage and some coleslaw. Right, I got my cast iron skillet really hot with some avocado oil. And I'm just going to add the potatoes. Just be careful. That was really, really hot. And I'm just going to let them brown. Y'all, the craziest thing just happened. I was telling Doug about this chow chow. It was really sweet. And I was saying about maybe I could put it in some potato salad, but I don't know why I had potato salad on the brain, I guess. And I just make slaw with mayonnaise, salt, pepper, and sugar. And I don't know why. I guess I had potato salad on the brain, but I actually put mustard in it. I don't know why. I guess I was getting all the stuff out, and I had potato salad on the brain, but I put it in there, and I still stirred it up, and it's still good. I've got some cut up cabbage here, and I've got some butter and some avocado oil here, so I'm going to put this in the pan, and I'm just going to put salt and pepper in it and cook it like this till it gets softened. I've got these ice cube trays with the chicken broth that I did in my last video. I'll link that below, but I'm going to put that in there. The ice cubes will steam and help the cabbage cook a little bit more, and it'll also give it some more flavor than if you just were using water. This was such a delicious meal. We really enjoyed all 3 meals this week. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll like this video and subscribe if you haven't yet. And I'll see you guys in the next video.